Welcome to Daily Planet TV. I'm Lucian, and we're on the net. Today is Monday, August 15th. First up, our top story of the day. Topless women on skates, bike, and foot drew a surging crowd of grateful gawkers in New York yesterday when they doffed their shirts to affirm their right to bear a lot more than arms. The 10 or so women gathered and showed nearly all to protest the arrest of Jill Feely, who said she was taken into custody this month after going half naked on the Lower East Side. But Feely and friends soon found out that taking such a revealing stance in New York can be risky. It got hot, then it got rainy, said Feely, 25. Then at least a dozen drooling men rushed through the barricades and surrounded the women shortly before 4:30 p.m. Police quickly intervened, gaining the gratitude of Feely. Quote, "The cops were good today," unquote, she said. There were no arrests yesterday. A police spokeswoman noted that it's legal for women to go topless in public in New York. So, in other words, these women were protesting for a right that they already have. You know, normally I would say these women are idiots, but they are going out in public topless. So I'm kind of torn here. And in science news, the annual Perseid meteor showers hit their zenith on Friday night. The meteor shower is from the meteoroid stream of Comet 109P Swift-Tuttle, which is expected to return in 125 years. When Comet 109P Swift-Tuttle was rediscovered in 1992, scientists noticed in alarm that a delay of only 17 days in the next projected return of the comet in the year 2126 could cause it to collide with Earth. That fear dissipated, however, when the orbit was recomputed using data from sightings in 188 AD and 69 BC. The more precise orbit has the comet approach Earth in 2126 to within only 23 million kilometers, but there's no danger of us being hit. In September of 4479, the comet will approach again, and this time it will be even closer to within about 6 million kilometers. It will then be as bright as Jupiter in the sky in the year 4479. And in business news, Slinky turns 60 years old. Slinky, the spare yet classic toy coil, marks 60 years of springy entertainment and memory making in 2005. As toys become more further tied to technology and digital mechanics, this simple spiral, still no batteries required, reigns supreme for many. Cold steel rarely inspires this much affection, however. But how many toys get their own stamp after all? The U.S. Postal Service commemorated Slinky in February of 1999. On the surface, there's only one twist to a Slinky. Let the coil fall down descending levels and watch gravity make it move. Quote, "It's the same reason people like Paris Hilton," unquote, said Dan Bova, deputy editor for Stuff magazine, which tracks cutting-edge gear and devices. Quote, "People like brainless things that move funny," unquote. You're so right, Dan. Like many great inventions and people, Slinky was but a happy accident. Naval engineer Richard James was tinkering at his desk in 1943 when a coil slid off the edge and proceeded to step down books he had piled on the floor. He thought to himself, not a bad idea for a plaything. His wife Betty thumbed through a dictionary and came across the word Slinky, and a signature slice of Americana was born. You remember the song? Everyone knows it's a Slinky, it's Slinky, for fun it's a wonderful toy. And finally, we have this. 4 strikes and an Oklahoma man still is not out. Lightning strikes, that is. Carl Mize was hit by lightning in a storm last week, but the electrical jolt is nothing new for this guy. It's the 4th time he's been struck. He was working with a crew on the University of Oklahoma campus when they saw storms approaching. A co-worker familiar with Carl's history began to back away from him, saying, "I'm getting away from you." The bolt struck soon after that. Smart man. Mize spent 4 days at Norman Regional Hospital, and he's well on the road to recovery. Other than complicating his heart condition and numbing his toes, Mize apparently is fine. But He's not the person who's been struck the most by lightning, however. According to Guinness, that distinction belongs to former park ranger Roy Dooms Sullivan. Between 1942 and his death in 1983, Roy Sullivan was struck by lightning 7 times. Whew. Note to everyone who lives in Oklahoma, if it starts to look like rain, do like Roy's co-workers or Carl's co-workers, whoever, stay the hell away from him. He's a human lightning rod. Sorry, Carl. That's it for today. I'm Lucian, and we're on the net. Thank you for watching Daily Planet TV. See you tomorrow.